Good afternoon, YouTube. Bartley here with MTX Automotive. I'm back with another video on the 73 Mustang. I guess this will be part 4. The last time I left you guys, I had just finished up the trunk floor pan. I think I left off that on that video saying that I was going to be doing the floor pan, the main floor pan next. Anyway, that changed a little bit once I got to see how things went together. This kind of comes out one way and goes in one way. It's hard to tell that when you get a car like this initially because it was so rusted out. You couldn't tell what overlapped what when it came to the floor pans and different body parts. Anyways, I also got the Torx box, or the rear Torx box covers installed, and they turned out pretty nice. I guess this is the driver's side, and this is the passenger side over there. Yeah, they were pretty simple. Anyway, so once I got to examining my different pieces that I had, it became clear to me that the main floor pan actually overlaps or sets on top of the firewall, which means that the firewall needs to go in first. So that's where I'm at right now, and I've got everything cleaned up and taken off all the old pieces that were kind of hanging on, all the spot welds and all that stuff. So I've got the new firewall screwed into place. It actually, I was told, and I knew kind of up front that these pieces, they don't fit perfectly, but this one was pretty good actually. There was just, I don't know, really 2 spots that I had to work on, or I don't know if I'm even going to modify them any or not. But one of them was this area right here on the driver's side. There was a pretty good gap. That these 8 inches, 6 inches, whatever that is. And I'm not completely sure what I'm going to do with that, but I think I might just roll with it. There's not really but one thing to do, which would be to cut this down through here and let this seam go flush with the inside edge of this rocker panel, and then just weld the gap back up. I hate the thought of doing that, but it's really the only thing that a person could do. Everywhere else fits good. I didn't really have any other issues. Many of you are probably familiar with this stuff and done a lot of it. Some of you may have not done any of it, but if you hadn't, you always want to dry fit stuff. Sheet metal screws are your friend. Not only do they hold stuff in place and suck it down tight like you need it, for whether you're welding it or gluing it, doesn't matter. You still need it to fit tight. And then they also provide you with, once you drill a hole and secure it, that's your alignment hole for that, for all intents and purposes, for when you do finally install it for the last time. So you know that you're going back the exact same way you had it in there when you're putting it in the same holes that the screws came out of. So, I've got it. Just trying to get the light to cooperate with me. Anyway, so I've got it, sheet metal screwed there, a couple places down here, inside there. But even right here, these areas I hadn't even got, they fit so tight. I mean, they're just, it's flush. I mean, it's perfect. Exactly what you want to see in that area. This right here is just a fraction too tall, but that's a minor issue. That's nothing to really even be concerned about. And the way this stuff fits together, you know, from here up is just the I guess what they call the lower cowl and the upper cowl, which kind of sandwiches together, and that's what houses, you know, your windshield wiper motor, the wiper arms, blower motor, that kind of thing, all goes inside that cavity. And I guess Ford must have had an issue probably with these things leaking from the water that ran off of the windshield, because both ends of this thing were rusted horribly. As a matter of fact, I can show you my piece I took out of the car right there. You can see how bad that was. Yeah, it was in bad shape. I mean, it was definitely going to have to be replaced. Anyway, so yeah, I got all those pieces, and I'm going to get this installed, hopefully this evening, and yeah, it's coming together pretty good. And you can see here how this is where the main floor pan lays on the top of this. It's actually recessed to accept the main floor pan on top of it. So yeah, there's no question this had to go in first, and then you just slide the main floor pan down over the top of this stuff. That's a two-person job for sure. But I've already dry fit that, and it does work. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, well, I'm just 8 minutes into this video. I'll take a couple of minutes, show you guys what I got going over here. I've took on another project. I bought this next car, really cheap, so went ahead and pulled it in my shop and got started on it. It's a 1973, I think it's 73 also, or 73 Ranchero, Ford Ranchero. Like I said, I didn't give much for it at all. It's in rough shape. But I've found it's pretty much got all the parts for it. I found a place where I can get quarter panels. I'm gonna replace both quarter panels, and yeah, I've got the, obviously got the frame out from under it. I just got my rotisserie done. I should have took you guys along on that. That was quite a project. I built my own rotisserie for the cars that I'm restoring here. So yeah, this is the first thing that I've installed on it so far, is the frame of this Ranchero. As soon as I get a pretty day where I can roll this thing outside, I'm going to roll it out and finish sandblasting the bottom of the frame. That's pretty much all I like, is sandblasting the bottom of the frame. And I can get it prepped and painted and start putting the front end back together. I've got a lot of new parts in different boxes here for the front end, all the bushings for the rear end, rubber bushings, ball joints, all kinds of fun stuff. So anyway, I just want to get it to where it's a rolling chassis complete. That way I can kind of get it rolled out and out of my way, where I can use this bay again. This is the only bay that's got a lift on it, and I need this lift for other things. So yeah, I need to get this frame done. But anyway, that's just a little side project. Thought I'd show you guys. Anyway, this will be the end of this video. I'll do another one. I guess it'll be part 5 on the some of the installation of this, or maybe after I got it finished up. It's quite a process to get it back in. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful day.